electricity in all aspects of our life, the situation has become like that we cannot survive without electricity. There is a saying, a penny saved is a penny gained. The same intention, we, the Eco Club of King's College of Engineering, have planned to create an awareness among the students to conserve the electricity. To give some ideas about that, we are having a right person, Mr. T. Kannan, retired TNEB official with us. Our resource person, Mr. T. Kannan, has completed his engineering at Annamalai University and served in Central PWD for about 1.5 years and moved on to TNEB and served there for 34 years. Later, he served as an assistant professor in the EEE department of our college for 9 years, and he is a member of Chamber of Commerce and Industry and a life member of IRC Tanjau. I request our resource person to share his knowledge with us.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. You can continue,
Good,
sir. Good morning, sir.
good morning to the principal, the HODs of all HODs of Engineering College, King's College of Engineering, and also all the participants. Very good morning to everyone and all. The topic given to me is electricity conservation. First, we try to see what is the need for conservation. Electric energy is produced by the resources available on earth, that is fossil fuel like coal, oil, gas, which are limited in amount and which cannot be replaced. Then nuclear fuel is limited amount of uranium. Then renewable energy. These are generated and utilized. When whatever the energy is utilized, and new generation of renewable energy is also developing. Utilization of electric energy is increasing day by day. It is doubled in the last 10 years in India. Shortage is developing, even though generation is also planned and executed the same period. Generation of electricity is in certain places and utilized in all places. So it is transmitted and distributed. 1 unit of electricity generated, that is, 2 units of generated, that is 1 unit of electricity saved. Let us say you are saved is equivalent to 2 units of generation. Since there is a loss of electricity in the transmission and distribution sector, that is why what I said to say, the generation is on all places and distribution that is getting in some places. So it has to be by transmission, that is very big towers, transformers, and lines, so many lines and other things. We got a lot of losses in that also. We also depend. Then it's all this generation of electricity from all fossil fuels produces CO2 of gas emission, which is one of the causes of global warming. So hence, it indicates the necessity of electricity conservation. That is the major thing. Let us see what are all the steps that we have. In order to save electricity, first we should plan things in building houses in all places where we place the electricity. Where all we place electricity, we have to plan things. That is, use of ISI symbol, fixed equipments, materials alone. ISI means Indian Standard Institution. It is a symbol in that you have to utilize such materials only because it has got its safety values, so many values, and it has got a very good value. So ISI standard materials we have to use it. Then we have to fix, we have to plan to fix LED lighting lamps. Since it's less voltage, it gives very good illumination. These existing houses, we have to plan slowly and to replace the existing lamps by LED lamps in future. Then less voltage of LED lamps may be fixed in bathrooms and lavatories of all the houses and in commercial places and every place, because we need very small amount of illumination at that place. So very less wattage is enough. You have to plan in that way. Then use of LED lamps in study table. Table lamp, we used to say LED lamp focusing on only tables. Why? What is the need for electricity in other places at that time? So LED lamps, table lamps is enough. Then the exhaust fans are fixed in some other rooms, mainly in kitchen and other places. Please don't fix the exhaust fan just above the doors, windows. Why? The air that is coming inside will immediately go out. What is the necessity? What it has to do? It has to go out the heat produced by the kitchen itself. So, in such a way, the air should come inside and cool the temperature. So, exhaust fans, fixing of exhaust fan. Use PVC pipes instead of GA pipes because it has got a very less friction in drawing waters and other things, or pumping waters and other places. Because we the minimum pump running time and the PVC pipe that are pipes that are fixed, avoid number of joints and turning points, because the friction will reduce the total volume of water that is raised. It takes its own time and it consumes more. It takes more electric energy. That is why planning in such a way to fix it. Then use of nylon belts, nylon belts in idli grinder that we use in so many places. That nylon lamp and machines inside nylon grinding machines, and in order to have good tightening, so that the rotation, there is need of loss of energy in that rotation, motor and the then use of star rated equipments. Let us say in fridge 5-star rating and in air conditioner 5-star rating. What is the 5-star? There are a number of stars. 5-star is the most efficient equipment. This is being certified by Electrical Bureau of Energy Efficiency. This is one of the Government of India organization which does is looking and planning things. It is also giving certificates to the manufacturers and other things. So, use of star rated equipments will give very good value and it consumes less energy. And that is why we purchase of this in future purchase. That's already in there means whenever we have that is even that say LED lamp, using LED lamp, I said, not immediately, but wherever it goes, when it want to change it, use to next change of life. So star rated equipment is the most efficient. This is number of items have been certified by the Bureau of Electric Energy. Like I said the other way, instead of ISI, Indian Standard Institute, which is something all the materials. This is for consumer. Then is fixing. You fix this refrigerator. You are fixing this refrigerator. You are in a house or in any place. The distance between the walls and the refrigerator should be minimum 6 inches at least, so that the air will circulate and take away the heat in good manner. That is why, so that the performance of refrigerator in a good manner. And it's a that is fixing of refrigerator. It's all the minimum points that you should place it and use materials in such a way that is what is adopting some day-to-day life procedures. Switch off all the equipments after use. Always there is no need for this. Open the windows and other places, give the electricity. There is natural lighting. So, the day life, there is no need for day life. And in the light also, in the use very minimum light. And also, equipments, all the equipment should not be left idle. That is, you should switch off the equipment as soon as it is replaced and unplug it. In the refrigerator also, you go to defrost it in a very efficient manner. Regular defrosting of refrigerator, avoid frequent and also frequent opening of the refrigerator can be avoided. Plan things, because whenever there is actually the most highly consumption of electricity is in the refrigerator and also air conditioning. These equipment can be better replaced and switch off them as soon as possible. And also, when the temperature of the surroundings is also, you want to maintain it less day in the air conditioning. You need not have it, let us say, minus 19, 18, you got 24 and other things. You can maintain, because what is the necessity of air conditioning? What is utilize it, and you want to plan in such a way it is better, best utilized and avoided. And regular cleaning of air filters or the AC filters and cleaning. And also regular cleaning of fans and also fans blades got circulation flow, gas got distance, and also the bulbs also. They got periodical cleaning. That then way it gives a very good lighting and as I already said, use avoid daytime lighting. And the next one is avoid leaving the equipment like TV, computer, chargers, etc. in a standby mode. That is what is a you use filters and switch off. Actually, the IFAD lamp is used it, and there is also conception in that also. That is a most common things, and you should avoid switch off all the from the beginning itself. And when you go out of the house also, you switch off the entire lighting, main switch off the main switch, so that conservation is energy. Switch off the places main switches, that will have a very good effect on that. That is by I said actually standard mode is a major cause which can be avoided by the stop everybody. Then another thing is when you go to first floor, you can go by steps, and when you are coming down from the flooring houses, you can come down by the steps. In that way, you can avoid use of lifts, because it's also consumes less. Not only that, your health is also improving, your briskness is there. Should think in that way. Won't be தேவையில்லாம அவசியம் இல்லாம ரிப்ளேசேஷன் கொடுத்தாங்க. கொஞ்சம் பிளான் பண்ணா நல்லா இருக்கும். அதுதான் வெப்சைட் ஆல்ரெடி people are there doing use of less scooters and cycling, and that is why your body has to be trimmed in that way. Use that way and avoid use of lifts and that. And use of not to use heavy electrical equipments like motor pumps in off-peak hours. What is meant by off-peak hours? From all the 24 hours, electricity is needed for so many people, so many way, because all type of people, all type of utilization is there. Morning peak, there is a peak called morning peak. What is that? Everybody is listening, factory is starting, office is starting, and other things. In that way, morning is 8:30, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8:30, there is a peak demand. In that way, in the night, 7 o'clock, that is evening from 6:30 onwards, every house is electrified, street lights are electrified, given lights and other things, everything is there. And not utilized, so let us say, good example is not to utilize a building, all the materials that are being the industries and other things, you could switch off that. Utilize planning that way is not to use heavy electrical equipment, because actually there is a shortage of electricity, how it developed. There is a generation, as I said already, generation of electricity one place and transmitted to so many places, and wherever we utilize it in that way. We are utilizing in so many places, each and every corner. That is why use of the heavy vehicles, heavy equipment in that off-peak hours, because the voltage also goes down. What is it? It's component of three. This electricity has got three components: voltage, current, then power factor from there. In that way, what happens when they draws the current? As I already said, when the transmission sector and the distribution sector, there is a loss of energy because of the equipment place. There is lines and other things. When you use more and more, the equipment system losses will be more. That way, there is a planning is there in the electricity board also. There is so many items are there, and there is research also going on utilizing better utilizing materials, as I said, electric generation. So please avoid heavy electrical equipment at the peak hours. That is, I utilize it in off hours. Let us say after 9:30, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Let us, in your house, if you motor pump, utilize it in the morning, 6 to 7, in the evening, night, 10 or in the middle. So many. According to your convenience only, you are utilizing. But planning can be done and utilizing the situation, peak conversion. As I said, Srinath, some of the points alone I have said. You can plan in that way of utilization of the electrical equipment. Why I said already, there is a need for, because the fossil fuels are slowly going down, we are utilizing it, and taking of that, such as, let us say, coal, planning in coal is available in one place, and it's transported to the generating station. The large scale transportation cost is there. The cost of every activity is also increasing, and the generation the electricity charges also naturally has to increase. That way, that many, not only that, as I already said, the global warming. This is one of the, as the world is said, its major cost is due to thermal stations producing carbon dioxide emission, and also another cost, pretty well about the usage of vehicles, because gas. Oil and gas utilization. Oil and gas also produces CO2 gas emission. So electricity, if you utilize its value, it's also automatically save up this earth system also. I said already, I can Peruduli Peruvallam. If you use every family, everybody in the house, not only the family, in the officers, in the electricity, in the factories, in the hotel rooms, everybody, even the water rooms also you can see, people can do that. So everyone in the family and society should take care of the above points and save 1 unit per day. As I said, if you save 1 unit, if you measures on that thing, automatically this 1 unit per say saving results in 2 units of generation saving. So everybody should plan in such a way that there is a loss of. So I said, I can put loss of energy is very important, and also some of the safety measures also you have discussed. season, and less amount of then I said already, if possible, in the fixing of lights in the houses and other places, it can from light cut of tube lights. It could be, if not in the houses, it in the offices and other places, straight from the rooftop, so that the illumination is bottom wherever we go. That is also a very good effect of the dish, so that less wattage of electricity can work equipment of bulbs and other things. So not only in the illumination level, but also utilization of all the machines. Let us say, I said, and the off-peak hours is a major contribution of losses. Why? When they utilize more than energy, the transmission sector and the distribution sector losses is there. That is why I said, you can commonly see that is, even though people are not placing, is welding and other places and use of machineries and other places. Avoid that in peak hours, that is from 6 to 6:30, but it starts from light, depending on the winter season and the summer season, that way. So we replace that less amount of the common not aware of that's off peak hours, it definitely contribute bit best energy. So as I said, saving means what is that? Energy conservation means what? We are not, but only less utilization. Automatically, that is that less utilization means for our convenience. Utilize what is the electricity is producing so many convenient methods. We use it in less method. Less automatically this is, and this environment is saved and the society is saved, and the money is also saved to you, because the cost of electrical energy is also, and large scale is also contributing that. So thank you one and all for hearing me, and thank you. Something?
Hello.
We're very glad. I have given a small introduction of the awareness on electricity conservation, because this utilize the solar photovoltaics, and also it's also good. Why? Because solar energy is coming, and what is the next step is you have to store in a battery, because in the night time it's not available. But then when you go on increasing equipment, that also has to be kept in a better way. That way, windmills are generating in eastern way, and large tidal wave, so many material generations also picking up in this. Even then, the utilization of electrical energy has increased a lot of ways, and we are saving cities. As I said earlier, there is a double. The electrical energy utilization has doubled in the last 10 years, and also going on increasing. Planning and also getting not only India, whole world. Because, and use of heating and cooling materials is also increasing the large way. That is why I said that has to be controlled in a less manner, and maintaining that in a level that is you can bear it. Don't use it in excessive way. That is also wastage of electricity, and also planning. As I said, this is one of the conservation methods and other things. And thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
We have learned many things from you, sir. Being an expert in that domain, we get to know from you many tips to conserve this electricity and save our nation also through this conserving. And we get to know that incandescent lamps are not preferred, and we can use these LEDs and other similar tips from you, sir. Thank you. And, I take this opportunity to thank the management, Secretary sir, Principal ma'am, VP sir, and our HOD for giving me an opportunity to make the students think about conserving the electricity. I express my heartfelt gratitude to our person for accepting my request and making this program a grand success. I also thank all my staff members and students for making this event end successfully. Students, do you have any doubt?